What up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Waystone podcast. My name is Chase.
My name's Matt.
I'm Jonco.
And this is Jonco. He'll be our guest today, and today we are talking about Twitch communities and how they can be toxic as... trying to monetize this so we can't swear very much. Jonco, tell us a little bit about yourself. Why is it that we picked you for the podcast to talk about Twitch communities?
Because I'm dope. And other than that, I mean, I started streaming off and on back in 2016. I kind of more or less got you guys into the mess of Twitch communities. So hey, that's why.
That's true.
True. What do you play, man? What do you play on streams?
Well, play some Dota, play some WoW. It's really about it. That's all I'm really playing right now. One of these days I might fire up Cuphead if I can figure out how to not rage incessantly.
So great. I'm about halfway through on the Switch right now, and there's definitely some rage. I was in here by myself last night, and I was watching Aaron streaming in chat. I'm just like, I'm losing my fucking mind in here. It's unrelated.
I've had full-blown conversations with that game. It's awful, but I love it.
So again, we're here to talk about stream communities. Jonco, first impressions of your stream names, because you've been in multiple.
Yeah, I've been in
not just one. Also, sorry. Preface this: we are not naming the teams at all.
No.
We're not trying to sling mud. We want this to be educational. We want to warn you away from these types of communities as opposed to building a real community. We're not trying to trash talk anybody, because surely there's someone it's worked for. So to those people, power to you.
Yeah, congrats.
I mean, on the second team, we did get someone partnered, so.
I mean,
true.
I mean, that is a thing.
It does happen.
Yeah. So, when you first start Twitch, you're trying to get those numbers up like as fast as possible, get your followers up, get all that fun stuff, and you're on Twitter. You start seeing all these hashtags, and you start investigating these hashtags and find all these streamer communities. And during all of this, you find one, you think it's kind of cool, so you join it, and then everyone is in love with you for 2-3 weeks solid, maybe a month if you're lucky. They promise you all this support, all this these big numbers, things like that, and as a new streamer, you think it's great, think it's fantastic. That's what you want to do, what you want to hear. So it I won't say they prey on newer streamers, but it's definitely their audience. They want to get you on board, basically get you to support them, and that's really what those communities a lot of times, and I'm not going to say it's all of them, but the ones that I've seen, a lot of them are that. They're trying to get you to support them or someone in the chain. And get the elephant out of the room here. This is the second time we're recording this.
Sure is, because I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
But we mentioned in the first episode, the first recording, that's almost like multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
You buy in, you're promised,
hold on, you're getting ahead of us.
Yeah.
Dude. First impressions. First impressions.
All right.
Sorry. My bad.
Matt, first impression of Twitch communities.
First impression, really cool for a month or two. Everyone loves you. Everyone raids you. They make it look like they're very transparent, and everyone has a good old time every single day. That's the first impression.
Yeah. I think love is a really good word, because it feels like being courted. It feels like they're showering you with gifts. Like, ultimately, they're trying to fuck you. And they're going to give you all these things and make you feel pretty and tell you that you're important. And then really, they're going to leave you at the prom for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's just sort of how it works out. But yeah, so first impression, like, it really does, like, it almost, and it's weird because it does feel like everyone loves you, like you're this great streamer. But at no point within the first so many weeks did I ever think, like, this is too good to be true.
No, I mean, when you first join, the first thing that happens is all of a sudden you're getting showered with follows.
Yeah.
You're getting showered with Twitter follows. Everything that you're tweeting out is getting 30 retweets. And when you're trying to get your word out there, that seems really awesome.
Yeah. Do you want to be part of this raid? Oh, great! I've never been part of
Yeah.
a raid before. Let's do that. Or do you want to be raided back? But ultimately,
Yeah, it definitely does. But before we get into that, let's talk about the good times. Like, what is your ultimate moment in either of your Twitch teams that you were a part of? Like, what was your highest high?
I won't spoil things.
Yeah, don't steal mine. Come on, man.
No, the feeling of really the second team I was in. I still really like a lot of those guys. It was being in a community that the second one really was, especially when it was smaller. It really was. Hey, you're live, cool. We're gonna come watch you, and it was lurking at the end of the day, but they would still, first 15, 20 minutes they were there, they'd chat, they'd hang out, and then they'd go lurk. And that was pretty cool because, around then, being a smaller streamer at the time, I was, sitting at around 10 viewers per stream average. And, that's pretty damn good when you first start.
so like any interaction is solid.
Yeah, and
for
it wasn't. It went from this hollow, empty feeling that you got from getting a raid where it was hype. It went from that to you might have way less people coming through,
Mm-hmm.
but the people who were coming in were saying what's up, chatting with you for a minute, probably being there, like I said, about 15, 20 minutes, and then they would go lurk. And lurking, that's another conversation altogether, but I kind of am okay with it as long as there's a little interaction first, just hanging out, and then because we're all busy people. You got other stuff going. Yeah, I'll go watch a stream, and I'll leave it up while I go do laundry, go cook, go do whatever. So yeah. On that level, lurking, totally fine.
Yeah,
with me.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what lurking should be.
Because it's genuine.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I want to give you the support, but it's not. I want to give 25 of you this support on this website that someone made to watch all these people.
Yeah.
What about you, man? What's the good times for you?
Dude, my highest moment. Drinking Games Live, man. The first Drinking Games Live we ever did. We hyped it up, and by that point, we had been in, I'd say probably a month or two, and we had made some pretty good friends. Some of which, at least I am still friends with. I assume you probably are too. We're not naming names, so I can't be like, hey, this person. But
shout out Punk. That's all.
yeah, Punk for president. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Punk, you're awesome, man.
Yeah, agreed.
But so when we were doing this thing, we were promoting it, and we had some pushback from some of the higher ups in the team, and they were like, "If you guys get really drunk on stream, that could be a bannable offense." First of all, we're new. We don't give a shit what a bannable offense is. Like, we're not going to do anything racist or hateful toward anybody. But if we can't get like blitzed on if we can't just get like schmammered on a stream, we do not care. So we were sitting around talking about it, and we're like, all right, so we're gonna do this. We want to get drunk, but we want to we're trying to get these goals. So I actually wanted to get a capture card. Jonco was trying to get a desk at the time. So we set our goals on there, and we're like, all right, guys, here's how it's gonna be: $5, and we do a shot. Every $5 we do a shot. And we heavily promoted it. We made flyers and stuff, and we ended up having a couple of friends who were higher up who ended up promoting it for us, being super cool. They didn't have to do that. To this day, we super appreciate you guys. But that stream blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
We had 25 to 30 people at all times. People constantly donating. At one point, I want to say we had 8 shots to do in a row because people had just thrown money at us while we're in the middle of a game, because we're still playing games with people while we're doing all of this, and it was just so surreal. We closed it out with a drunk concert, dude. I still have clips of that. We're just singing brand new.
Yeah,
and
they're still on my channel too.
So it exists. It's out there. But yeah, so that was definitely the highest high. Even outside of Twitch streams, it's one of the coolest moments that I've had on Twitch as a streamer in the 2 years that I've been doing it.
and the DGL series in general,
Man.
dude. Oh,
Agreed. But it wouldn't have even existed if it weren't for that moment.
that's true. That's very true.
Matt.
I just want to say that I dropped $35 that night on
Dude, we also had someone. We also had someone donate, and they put that they were Colt. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Colt showed up later, and he's like, "Guys, I didn't donate that shit." He's like, "That's not me."
Yeah, that was good times, man.
Man.
You're all horrible people, and I hate you. Just kidding. I
Oh
love
my
you.
God.
So I probably my good time would have to be, like I said, the first 1 to 3 months. It's the new
Honeymoon period.
Yeah, it's 100% a honeymoon
Yeah.
thing. Like,
that was really good. My favorite moment was probably like streaming overall would have to be when I was streaming what's that hard game with the cartoon? Oh my god. Escape me.
you know what, Bendy?
Bendy. I was streaming Bendy and you guys jumped in and then Diggs got done with his stream and I was still streaming and he dumped everyone on me and that was I ended up finishing that game. It was really good.
Yeah,
And
it's a
because
great
of but because of that the community, kind of pumped me towards doing a longer stream. Good feeling.
Yeah. And it's something we actually didn't record in the first, something we didn't include in the first recording. Not the highest high, but a great thing that it did for us. Affiliate. As soon as affiliate was available, we were affiliates.
Yeah.
That cannot be understated enough.
Yeah.
If all you want is to meet affiliate requirements, these teams are perfect. Just know that it is not sustainable past that point.
Yeah, that is true. That is a very good point.
When did you know that you wanted out?
Well, I was part of a team within the team. I won't name the team because it'll start making too much.
Don't do that.
sense.
Gonna start a war.
There was a group within the community that was kind of responsible for getting raids on people. And I remember there being a big stink, mainly because we were, and I didn't mention this in the first recording, we were raiding too many mods. And
Surprise!
someone not a mod said, hey, that's pretty messed up. This person's live, let's go raid them instead. We've raided this mod 3 times in the past month. Let's throw some support over here. No, they're a mod, they need it. Oh, okay. And then towards the end of that week, after the big stink, there was a big meeting, 45 minutes long. I sat in a Discord, muted, just listening, and I said, this is all a big waste of my time. And then shortly thereafter, I left. And it is the happiest of happy days the second I left. And oh man, my Twitter DMs were so fun that day. I didn't get a ton, but the ones I did were either, damn bro, you're lucky you got out, da-da-da-da-da, or, wait, you said you're trying to monetize this. Forget you, man. You're this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, whatever.
Bad words.
Yeah, swear words in your direction.
That's crazy because you're blocked and I don't care anymore.
Man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. When you pull back the veil and you see what it's all really about, it's like, okay. And I'm not saying every team is like that, every community is like that, but just be careful out there, guys. Be careful. It's a cesspool, and there's a lot of that goes on.
Yeah, a lot of these people do not have your interest. Not even your best interest. They don't have your
They
interests.
have their
in
interest
mind.
in mind.
What about you, Matt? What made you realize you needed to get the hell out of there?
Definitely. I had a direct message. I had been really trying to work at building something for myself. What I thought was just pumping in time for this community, so a small number of people could get it. But I was direct messaged on Discord about how I wasn't new anymore. And how if I wanted to gain subs or followers or any type of substantial community, I had to help them. The word "them" really set me off. Set me off to the point to where I actually quit later that day.
Can't retweet enough, bro.
Yeah, I didn't do enough work that they should already be doing for themselves.
Yeah.
They really did used to count retweets too.
All
That's
that stuff,
disgusting.
Man. Yeah, it's terrible. For me, it was definitely that moment that I realized that they weren't genuine. That there was this uphill thing, and these people were up at the top enjoying the sun, and the rest of us were like down here in the shade, and it's cold, and we're hungry. And like, yeah, dude.
That's a good way
I mean,
of putting
it is, man. It's
Yes, please. Can I have some more?
It's literally like they had set this up to be like the wealth distribution in the United States. Like they're sitting up here, living pretty with their fucking private jets and stuff, and we're down here, we're stuck working fast food jobs, just trying to get by. And that's sort of the way that they wanted to keep it. They made it very clear that only the top, and to put it in perspective, there's 300 to 400 plus low-end streamers in this community. I say low-end as in not mods, non-mods.
Yeah.
It means nothing about their numbers or who they are as people.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not mods. Meanwhile, mods, including the leader of the whole shebang, 9 people tops. So they want these 400 people to support the shit out of these 9 people so that occasionally they can bring 15 or so people, and you get like 10 new follows.
Food scraps.
Yeah, basically they're like, oh well, I bit most of the chicken off of this bone, but if you can find a piece, you can have it. Otherwise, you can just have the bone. There you go. But yeah, you were putting in so much work just to try and get by in this community. And when I realized it, I was just like, I need to get the hell out of here. And then shortly after, there was this big like explosion of drama on Twitter where it came out that like, and I don't know if any of this is true. It's literally just what I read. That the leader was like faking illnesses, and that one of the mods had like found out and tried to step up or tried to speak out about it, and they kicked that mod out and talked shit about him and banned him and all this other stuff. And again, I didn't check into any of it. I just know that if you're trying to be a professional team, that's not the way you act.
No.
That shit should have been handled privately on both sides, because again, these people are supposed to be like running this massive team, and I was just like, all right, I'm glad that I'm gone. There's no chance I'm going back to that. And that was it, man. Takeaways. If you had one piece of advice to give to a new streamer regarding joining Twitch communities, what would that piece of advice be?
Only join one if you feel it's genuine. The appeal is to go get affiliate, and like Chase said earlier, that's very doable with these. But if you have over, what's the requirement, 50 followers?
50.
I believe it's 50. Yeah, 50 followers.
If you have
and 3
over
concurrent
50,
viewers.
yeah. If that's your ratio, one of those communities is going to get you to 100 plus followers, no problem.
Within days.
And they can probably get you to 2 or 3 viewers, but when you really break it down, if you have over 100 followers and you have 3 viewers and you get that affiliate, how much is that worth? Is it really? Is
Sounds like
it? Is
it's
it
worth
really?
it.
I mean, you compare that to someone who goes out, takes a little more time, and grinds and gets the numbers, and I mean, just makes friends, networks, does things that really, that's one of my weak points is networking, but like I still have gone out and made friends, and off of that gotten posts and raids and shown support because I'm supporting them and it's genuine. And that, if I had it to do over again, I would care a lot less about affiliate status, because having 50 followers with 5 to 8 viewers that are dedicated and are constantly there for you is a lot more valuable, even just for just the enjoyment of streaming. That's a lot more valuable than 150 followers with 3 active viewers.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does make a really good point that we didn't touch on last time. I guess it all depends on what your goals are when it comes to streaming, because If you join one of these teams, you could easily hit 100 followers and have that 3 concurrent viewers, and you could be affiliated within the first week or two probably. But that person that goes out and does it on their own and does network, by the time they get 50 followers, it's a difference between getting 8 to 10 subs on the first day when you get affiliate versus having 0 to 1 or 2 subs. The way that we did it when I first got my affiliate, I didn't have any subs for like the first week, and the first sub I ever got, we are friends now, but I didn't know him at the time. Shout out to Illicit Jester. He's in our Division 2 guild. But yeah, so he showed up because he's a friend of a friend, and he gave me my first sub, and I didn't have an emote ready for him or anything.
Cool.
I had nothing. Yeah, I did. I wasn't expecting it. I don't even think I had an alert set up for it because I was like, people don't want to. I don't have enough viewers to sub yet.
Yeah.
So that's totally the difference. Is where your goals lie. If your goal is just hurry up and get that emote slot unlocked and have the ability for people to sub and give you bits or whatever, and then start networking, do it. Join that community. I would just say maybe make your intentions known. Like, be like, hey, I am a small streamer. I'm trying to get to this step, and then I can start building. Or you can put in the time beforehand and kind of build that up, and then you already have this established viewer base, even if it's only 5 people. You have 5 concurrent viewers, people who actually watch all of your streams. Like that's
People have killed for that.
There are days I don't have that now. Like
yeah,
man. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail, dude. It was just
also, it wasn't derailing.
Also,
yeah.
Also, I would add on top of that, temper your expectations. If they
Yeah,
promise you the
be
world,
realistic.
know that you're probably not going to get the world.
You're gonna have to give them a solar system for it.
Yeah. It's gonna be something dumb like Pluto.
You gotta give them 9 planets for one. That's what they want.
Pluto's not even a planet anymore. They're gonna be like, yo, here's
So
this used to
evil.
be planet. Here, enjoy.
Don't
Yeah.
you just hate science?
Here's a dwarf planet. It's not even really a planet anymore, except it is now. Matt, what's your takeaway from Twitch communities?
Biggest takeaway, work for yourself, don't work for someone else. I know that's very generalized, but really, just kind of piggybacking off these two, you need to focus on your actual community. If you want to help someone with a rating or some type of following where you have some weight to throw around, build your community and then go out and do that for that person.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway.
My takeaway is learning how to properly network instead of doing this false networking. Make sure that you are building relationships not only with people you get along with, because let me tell you, I'm never going to play Fortnite, but I get along with some people that play Fortnite. In fact, there are 2 people in particular that I actually like watching play Fortnite because they're entertaining enough that they can take that game that I think is total shit and they can make it fun for me. But other than that, network with people who are like-minded, people who play similar games, people who have the same goals as you.
Yeah.
Don't just network with someone just because you saw them there. It's not helping you at all, because if you do something totally different than what they're doing, your viewers are never going to cross, and ultimately that relationship probably won't really build. It might, but it's probably going to end up being like a Twitter relationship, or you guys chat on Discord.
Friends.
But it's never going to be a Twitch relationship.
Right.
And if you're trying to be a streamer, the Twitch relationships are just as important. And if you treat them right, they're just as genuine. For instance, and I mentioned this last time we recorded, when I fucked it up, I'm sorry. I do Nintendo streams and stuff, so, I'll go out and find somebody who's either doing retro streams, because most of the Nintendo stuff I'm doing right now is on a Super Nintendo or an N64.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll find retro streams, or I'll find people who are playing Splatoon, because I used to do nothing but Splatoon, still a big fan of the game. Smash streamers, things like that. Matt does horror games. He does a lot of really story-driven games. I've seen him play Horizon Zero Dawn, things like that. So he hosts those same people. Jonco playing MMOs and playing Dota and stuff. You find somebody who's playing MOBAs. You find somebody who's playing. It doesn't even have to be the same MMO. Again, it just has to be something similar. Some kind of shared interest, because then you have something to talk about. You have a foundation to build this Twitch relationship.
Yeah.
And that's not something that I knew until I was leaving this fake networking that I was doing, where I was spending hours at work on Twitter, just adding people, hoping they'd add me back. I even had a website set up that told me when people didn't follow me back or when they unfollowed me, and then I'd unfollow their ass because all I wanted was the follow for follow.
You're just doing a number game at that point.
Yeah, dude, I was just trying to do everything I could to get over 1,000, get so many followers on Twitch, because again, we didn't have subs then, otherwise God knows what kind of shady shit I would have done to try to get subs. But I didn't know any better. We didn't know any better. That's just what we were taught.
It's a bad avenue.
This is the thing that you do on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when you finally find out, you're like, oh shit, this is way better. Like this is actually fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, rant. That's network properly. Man.
Very true.
Why is it bad? Because we've talked about the fact that it is bad, but I think we need to go a little bit into it of why it is bad. Follow for follow and lurk for lurk.
So, okay, scenario. You've got 2,000 followers. You've got 100 plus viewers at any given time. In most scenarios, that would be enough to make a good case for becoming a partner. So you submit that application, and then Twitch comes back and says, you have literally 0 people talking in your chat at any given time. No one's talking. These are fake views. And also, on top of that, if you're trying to be partnered, that's the only time that would really matter. But say you're dealing with alert for alert community and you've got 100 viewers, and someone, say I come into your stream because you're a little higher up on that little browse list, which, I mean, given it's an inherent bonus to being in alert for lurk, but I come into your stream, I see 100 people actively viewing, but no one is talking. That looks so suspect, and
it's also boring.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to talk to you, and I guarantee you, because you have 100 people active and no one's talking, you're probably not even caring about chat. So the interaction goes down through the hole. It's just, it's fake. It's inflated. There's no value behind it. And eventually, you're not really going to get anywhere from that.
And it's obviously fake.
Yeah, that was very obvious. Very obvious.
Honestly, I've even been in streams where there are chat bots, and even then you can tell because they're talking about things that have nothing to do with what the fuck the streamer is doing.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, I actually went into someone's chat, and they were just like, wow, I can't believe he just shot him like that. And he was like playing an RPG or something. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then it took me another 30 whole seconds to realize, like, these are chat bots. This is all fake.
Yep. And those are paid chat bots.
Yeah, like
it's not even an alert for alert thing. That's a paid chat bot. That's even worse.
You're wasting your money.
If people come in and they see this, they're not stupid. You're not fooling anybody. So people may join in on your stream if they see that you have 100 plus viewers. They're like, oh wow, this guy's got some good content. But the second they come in there, they're gonna know otherwise. It's so obvious when the chat is dead, when you're ignoring chat. You don't have any telltale signs of a thriving or blooming streamer, but you have the numbers that say you should be. People can pick that shit out. They're gone. As soon as they realize what you're doing, they're leaving. They'll probably even report you. Like, it's just not... There's nothing there that's helping you.
Real recognize real, and you're looking real unfamiliar, Grandpa.
Oh my god. Man. All right. So we've talked about all the wrong ways to build community, all the bad things that Twitch communities try to get you to do to build this false sense of community, essentially this cult-like mentality where you're doing everything for the leader in hopes that you get some scraps back. And we've talked about a couple of good ways to network to help build that community. What are some other suggestions that you guys would give as far as like building a real community as opposed to this like follow for follow, alert for alert shit?
Outside of interacting with people who want to interact with you, get the hell off of Twitter. That's tip number one. I don't want to see your 30 hashtag posts about how you're live. Just saying, I'm on Twitter to interact with people, not see your ad. I know that a lot of people are different about that, but I also know that it's real annoying having the timeline full of that. And realistically, comes off of the, being genuine about your networking. Discord's a wonderful tool. Discord's a wonderful application. Shows a little purple dot next to your name whenever you're streaming, and if you've got relationships made with these people that you're on Discord with and talk to every day, and they're gonna see that you're live. They're gonna pop in. They're gonna probably throw you some love, and it's gonna be genuine, and it's gonna be great because chances are that if you saw a purple dot next to their name, you'd be inclined to go as well. And I mean, I know that I found people on our Discord that streamed. I had no idea. I had no clue they streamed. And I just saw that purple dot one day. I was like, oh, dope. Let me go see what they're about. And
we do have a lot of
really
people that don't do the self-promotion tab.
Yeah.
Which is strange to me, but at the same time, cool,
I mean, most people need that tab. Truthfully.
Yeah.
It's a sad fact. I mean, it's there for a reason, but at the same time,
it's just a reminder.
Yeah.
Like you already probably know.
Yeah. Or when if you're bored, go here.
Yeah.
One thing I would add on to the whole Twitter conversation is if you're hashtagging up your posts with the support small streamers, hashtag community name, hashtag this, hashtag that, the only people that are checking those are other people there doing the same damn thing, and they're not clicking your link.
You're not growing. You're just stagnating.
They just want you to click their link.
Yeah.
Yep.
That hashtag literally says, "Hey, check me out," but don't expect anything in return.
Yep.
Definitely use less hashtags. 2 tops, but honestly, even that, you're pushing it. Stop using retweet bots. Not only are retweet bots not helping you, but you have to follow a lot of them in order to even get the retweet. And a lot of times, porno sites and shit are using the same retweet bots you are. Even if it says Twitch retweet bot.
Yep.
When I was following them because I didn't know any better, I had to I couldn't bring up Twitter at work because there was so much inappropriate stuff popping up because they were tagging it, and it would be it's just a bot, so it's oh yeah, retweet, here you go. So stay away from that stuff. Be genuine, and don't only post the going live. I know he mentioned it a little bit, but be you on Twitter. If you're gonna post on Twitter, attract people with who you are. Make the jokes that you would make. Have interactions that you would have if you were to see someone in real life. Don't go on Aaron from Game Grumps channel, but hey guys, I'm a streamer. You should check out my stuff. I love Game Grumps. Go on there and be like, yo, Aaron, I'm a big fan of your art. Talk like you normally talk. Sometimes you'll even get responses, and sometimes people will see the comment you make and they'll actually check out your profile. They'll put your info there. Hey, I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm also an artist and all this stuff. Whatever you are, whatever makes you different from the other thousands of people that stream on Twitch, put that shit there because that is your first impression. If you can somehow get them to click on your name on Twitter, that's the first thing they're going to see, and most of the time it's the only thing that they check out. Make sure your link is there where it's supposed to be, not in your bio. In your bio, put an actual bio. And talk about who you are. Don't just talk about Twitch streaming because people don't care if you're just a Twitch streamer. There's a ton of Twitch streamers. So stand out. Say, hey, I play guitar. Hey, I do marathons. I'm an artist. I build cars for fun.
Yeah. Whatever it is, be you.
Yeah. Talk about those things. Talk about your interests and your hobbies. That way, they go to your Twitch channel because of who you are, not because you're just streaming a damn game.
Yeah. Also, just to piggyback off of the whole sell your personality thing, if you're trying to drive people to your Twitch, use every platform available to you. Even the largest, Ninja, Myth, all your big Fortnite streamers, they started setting up YouTube channels. And they started posting highlight videos and things like that. Because every click-through is going to be advertising for their Twitch stream.
Yeah.
And, while you might not be on that level, it's another chance for eyes to see your product. And if you're posting, vlogs or gaming channel, Let's Plays, whatever you do, if you're posting quality content on another platform, you can use that to drive content over to your Twitch.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's a cycle. It's a cycle of growth there. Because they're gonna see a YouTube video and be like, oh, holy shit, this guy's funny. Let me catch him when he's live.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can actually attest to that. So I have a personal YouTube that I don't update very often anymore. But when I did, I have almost 250 subs, which isn't anything crazy, but it's more than I ever thought I'd have. But I've actually had people come from YouTube to my Twitch channel and be like, hey, what's up? I saw your YouTube video. I saw where you played this or this. And they've actually followed. I've had a couple of those people who actually like sub. Now they didn't stay subs. They don't sub all the time. But at least one of them has actually subbed multiple times. Every now and then they'll come in and be like, hey, what's up? And they'll just drop their Amazon Prime sub on me. So it does work. It's a great way to help spread your name, and that's advertising you when you can't be live because your YouTube channel's always up. And
Evergreen content.
their favorite video, they can always go back and watch that. They can watch it constantly.
That's the point too. You got to create content.
Yeah.
There's two reasons why I come to your channel. I'm coming to hang out with you, and I'm also coming to watch the video games you're playing. Because at the end of the day, this is a format for video. Thirdly, your community. If those first two line up, your community that you're building is also probably going to line up with my mindset, and I'll fit in pretty well. So, what you want to do is don't. You need to sell yourself. You're the product in the end. Even when it comes down to, if it's not about money to you and it's about the community, people still want to hang out with you. Simply put.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would also add, we're getting in the rabbit hole here, but
I mean, it's fine as long as you've got. I mean, that's what this is about is good information. So if you've got it, throw it out there.
so let me think of how to explain this. I did just blank about the second I started talking. Something that a lot of people don't think about, and it's something that I'm definitely guilty of. I used to try to be live every single damn night.
Right.
Guess what happens when you do that? You have no time to talk to anybody, and you approach burnout very quickly.
Yep.
If you're looking at doing, keeping this even as a hobby long term, like pace yourself. Especially if you're starting to look into, say, expanding on other platforms to help drive traffic. YouTube videos, I mean, Chase, you can attest to this. They take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just spent 3.5 hours cutting together some vlog footage this morning. So yeah, they take time.
Yeah, so I mean, don't be afraid to set a schedule, cut back on the hours you're live, just so A, you have time to decompress, B, you have time to talk to other people, and C, put in work on that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Put in work on
You gotta have time to grow content. Period. Also, like, kind of piggybacking off what you said, you don't have to.
It's tough, right?
It is tough. I don't really know how to put it, actually. I'm basically being a dead horse at this point.
No worries, no worries.
I mean, that's all it is. You have to be genuine. You have to create your own content. Don't be spam, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
don't play a game you hate just because it's a popular game.
Oh
Right.
my god.
Yeah, don't sell
that's an
yourself
important
short
lesson.
on your uniqueness.
Splatoon, I love you, but I have to love you from afar for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, even now when I go back and play, like, half an hour in, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm already burned out on this. Like, I love it. I want the game to succeed so much. I just need to be in the background of it. But to emphasize a little bit on what Jonco says, just to put some proof in your pudding, I started following a guy on YouTube who did a lot of, like, health tutorials. His name is Harris Heller. So funny thing is he's been famous for a while on the internet because him and his wife got really famous on Vines. They would do like 15-second music videos, and then they got huge off of it. So this guy started streaming. He was streaming, I think he said 6 days a week when he first started out because he wanted so bad to be big, and he was streaming like 12 to 16-hour days. And he said that his marriage was hurting because of it. Like he didn't have time to do anything else. That's all he was doing was streaming. because he kept telling himself and his wife, like, one day I'm going to be big, and we can cut this back a little bit, and this will be my job, and we can use it to sustain. And ultimately, he ended up getting a job offer from an esports promotion, and they were like, "Hey, we want to give you this position." So he, and this is, I'm probably butchering the story, but it's, it's the general outline. So he said, "All right, I'm going to give this one more month. If I don't make it, then I'm going to take this job because I have to be able to support my family first.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch can't be the reason that my family hurts." So he cut down his streaming to 3 days a week. He streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and occasionally he'll do early Saturday morning stream. But that's totally optional. His main 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday and Thursday are his days to record and edit and upload videos to his YouTube channel, which is where he got his actual traction. To the point that when he got offered Twitch partnership, which, spoiler alert, he didn't take the esports job because the dude is huge on Twitch now. He makes so much money on Twitch that he actually took his donate button off. His donate button is a permanent charity button. So anyone who tries to give him actual money outside of subs and bits, it all goes straight to charity. And he's raised a bunch of money for charity because of that.
And that kind of sounds like what Jonco said. You got to create a schedule.
And that's why I wanted to talk about it, is because this is proof that works.
Yeah.
So essentially, he used Tuesday and Thursday to upload to his YouTube, and that's where a lot of his followers and stuff came from. In fact, if you go to his channel, and that's also Harris Heller, you'll see, if you hang out in there for 10 minutes tops, you're gonna see at least one person come in and say, "Hey, what's up? Your video on YouTube really helped me out." And then you'll see them follow. Most of the time they sub also, and this is a guy who's not putting in nearly as much effort now, because the effort that he does put in means so much that he can condense his time and actually monetize what he's doing. So don't do these 16-hour streams. Don't stream 6 days a week. Yeah. Put out real content. Mm-hmm. Do a shorter version of that stream. Make it mean something, and then go live your life. If you don't do anything in your life, what the fuck are you gonna talk about during your streams?
It's true.
True.
God, it's
I
so
sit
true.
here at the computer.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was streaming. Oh wait, you were here.
Hey, yeah. When someone comes in your chat and they're like, "How's your day?" and your only answer is this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really hard conversation to have too when a random person says, "Oh, cool. What do you do?" Here's my job. Da da da. What do you do when you're not working? "Oh, I stream on Twitch." "What else do you do?" "Nah, I stream on Twitch."
Yeah, you don't understand.
Did you not hear me?
Streamer, bro.
It's a hard conversation to have.
Are your ears broken? But yeah, guys, we'll. I feel like at some point we'll probably come back to this conversation and talk more about growth and building, because while our Twitch streams, compared to full-time streamers and partner stuff, are not terribly impressive, the information we have is good because we do a lot of research on it, and we've seen it work for other people.
Yeah, we've gone through it.
So I'm sure at some point we'll sit back down. We'll go over growth methods, other ways to build your community, things that you might be doing wrong that you can make little changes and actually see improvements in. But I think that's going to do it for today. Jonco, what's your Twitter handle?
Goforjonco.
Matt?
Only Sapien88.
Mine is Chase Walker FTW, and of course, if you're watching this, you should definitely be following at Waystone Podcast. Make sure to click the subscribe button below. Click the little bell so you can see when you upload our videos, because we are not just doing the bi-weekly podcast. We're also doing vlogs and stuff.
Vlogging.
Actually got one uploaded as of Monday, which this will be uploaded Wednesday morning. But 2 days ago, uploaded the first vlog where we took a little trip out to McKay's. Super sick.
If you like to bargain buy, check the video out. It's really good.
It is the best bargain buy. If you're in Tennessee, North Carolina, check out McKay.
Also, please get him to 100 subscribers so I can watch him rage at Sekiro.
Yes, at 100 subscribers, we're playing Sekiro. We're going to be uploading Let's Plays of Sekiro.
Hate each other.
Yeah, just get out of my house.
So here's the question. Are y'all going to do the old school, big bro, little bro, pass controller when you die thing?
I assume so because it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I
multiplayer.
was thinking. 'Cause there was going to be a lot of dying.
Sure, yeah. Honestly,
That might
dude,
actually help things.
we may even do like a. Do you still drink at all?
Do I still drink?
I just didn't. I mean, you've been gone for a little while. We could do like a drinking game series for it, dude.
That sounds good.
Because
Oh, yeah.
the YouTube drinking games has always just been like, no one pays you. You just drink.
You
and
just
play
drink.
games. Yeah. So we might be able to do that, and then I think we would tolerate it a little better.
Or it make
and
it
then-
way worse.
The last thing I want to throw out there, guys, is the mailbag. We want to start answering your questions. If you guys have questions for us, doesn't matter what it is, it can be off the wall. Add us on Twitter, comment below, and we'll answer those as well. I think that's it, guys. Jonco, thanks for coming to hang out with us. Much appreciated. Guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode.